So always focus on the proper understanding of the chronology. Though you won't have any question in general on dates and years, but there are questions that demand understanding of the chronological sequence. Hello Civil Services aspirants. This is a very short video on how to prepare history for prelims. As you must be knowing that history constitutes a significant part of the GS prelims, and there are about 20 questions from history in GS prelims almost every year. So you are supposed to work on these sections in a serious manner. There are 6 broad aspects as regards preparation of history for prelims. And I have presented these 6 broad aspects here. The first is total history. You should have the idea that what is the total history in overall GS. So the total history includes Indian history and world history. And Indian history includes ancient Indian history, medieval Indian history, and modern Indian history. And world history includes only modern world history. So this is the total history. But out of this total history, only Indian history is there in the curriculum of GS prelims. That is the second broad aspect, ancient, medieval, and modern Indian history. This means you are supposed to work on only Indian history part, and Indian history means ancient, medieval, and modern history. And in modern history, you should focus mainly till 1947. I have seen many aspirants working on the modern Indian history beyond 1947. In general, questions are not there. And some aspirants, out of ignorance, work on world history as well. The third broad aspect is art and culture themes of mainly ancient and medieval Indian history. There are certain questions from art and culture themes every year. And art and culture themes are there in ancient, medieval, and modern Indian history. But you're supposed to focus on the art and culture themes of ancient Indian history and medieval Indian history, because almost all the questions related to art and culture themes are from these 2 sections of Indian history. Next aspect is focus on modern Indian history. If you analyze the trend of the question over the years, you will find that UPSC puts a little bit more emphasis on modern Indian history. Out of the total questions, you have slightly more question from this section. So need is to focus this section. And within this section, one big theme is there, that is Indian national movement. That is the most important theme within modern Indian history. Next broad aspect is broad idea of chronology. This is applicable to all the 3 sections, ancient, medieval, and modern Indian history. You are not supposed to mug up dates and years, but you are supposed to have a broad idea of the chronology. What does it mean? This simply means that without cramming the dates and years, you should develop a broad idea of the sequence of the events. I explain this through one example. Take this big theme within modern Indian history, that is Indian national movement. So with respect to Indian national movement, you should have a broad idea of all the events, major and minors, and their chronological sequence. You should know that the first event is formation of Indian National Congress in 1885. Then the role of the moderates during the period 1885 to 1905 mainly. Then role of the extremist or the militant nationalist during the period 1905 to 1907 mainly. And during the same period, Swadesi movement. Then Lucknow Pact in 1916 and Home Rule movement in 1916. Then Rowlatt Act Satyagraha in 1919. Then Khilafat and Non-Cooperation movement in 1920. Then Civil Disobedience movement in 1930. Then Quit India movement in 1942. I mean, this is a broad idea I'm giving you. So always focus on the proper understanding of the chronology. Though you won't have any question in general on dates and years, but there are questions that demand understanding of the chronological sequence. And the last aspect is focus on main history. Every year you will find certain questions from history, and for that matter from all the sections, that appear outlandish, very complex, very difficult. These are the questions outside or beyond the mainstream development. Your focus is not this. Such questions are about 5-6 in number, and they are every year. Even if you work on such questions that occurred in the past year's prelims, yet in the next year you will have again 5-6 such questions, and that would be quite new for you, and that would be posing a great challenge to you. So the strategy demands that your focus should be on the mainstream. And if you work on the mainstream, you will be in a position to address about 12 questions out of 20 correctly. And this is enough. So the preparation or the preparation strategy of history prelims, in fact, revolves around these 6 broad aspects. And when you prepare history for GS prelims, you keep in your mind these 6 aspects and accordingly work. And I'm hopeful this will make you very comfortable and make you stand a chance. Good study.